What's up YouTube? Meloetta Matt here. It's Friday, so it's time to cover the card of the days. We are going to be covering both last week's and this week's. Reason for this being is last week only had 3 cards, so rather than making a video over 3 cards, I thought it was best to save them for this week. Put them all into one video and have a nice one big video. We are going to go through all of them, but obviously I'm not going to do them in the order they were released. What I've done instead is I've grouped them by the ride line focuses and obviously then done the separate ones at the end that are a bit of generics. I'm going to pop up on the screen first though. We did get 2 draw triggers revealed in the Lyrical video. I did forget to show them off in that one. I will obviously link up the Lyrical video here in case you haven't seen it, because it is a very good watch. It does properly explain what the deck does, what the whole singing the songs does, and it's really a worthwhile watch. But let's dive straight in. And talking to Lyrical, let's cover the one Lyrical card that's been revealed this morning. This one is Honest and Positive Roche. Got the continuous rearguard skill. During your turn, for each card in your order zone, this unit gets power plus 2000. So this goes from being 11k base to 13k base for those that just have the generic whale order in their order zone. Obviously, with the likes of Lyrical, who gets 3, 4, 5, 6, unlimited number of orders in their order zone, this can get to a very big rearguard that obviously will restand with no order, and it could be a lot of fun. Whether it's going to be used or not, though, is going to be a question, because obviously you're cutting into your grade 3s, with obviously the good order being grade 3. You've got Lyrical herself being grade 3, then this grade 3. It's going to take testing, is my response. Next one we are going to cover is the Celestial stuff. Now, the Celestials, they have shown that they've just now shown that the White Wings and Black Wings aren't going to be Vanguard locked. But the rearguards only have White or Black Wings. So, obviously, you can then choose to... If you want White Wings only, you can use them. If you want Black Wings only, you can use them. It's really fun, but let's start covering them. First one is their double rare. Is Rainbow Wings Elimuel. Its skill is White Wings. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if your opponent's got a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, you can counterblast 1. And then for every 3 of your odd grade units, you choose a rearguard, and it gets power plus 5000 and critical plus 1. You can't choose the same unit twice though. So obviously, if you've got 3 odd units, you choose 1 rearguard. If you've got 6 odd units, you choose 2 rearguards. It does count your Vanguard. It counts your rearguards obviously as well. So most you can have is 6. So 1 each side being crit. Vanguard being crit whilst in White Wings as well. Lots of pressure. Really nice card. Second one is Second Coming Shadil. Its skill is Act Rearguard Circle. Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. Draw a card, choose a card in your bind zone, and it gets grade plus 1 till end of turn. And its second skill is its Black Wing skill. Continuous Rearguard Circle. This unit can't be chosen by your opponent's card effects and cannot be attacked by your opponent's rearguards. It's a really good card. The Black Wings is both players' turns. So obviously you got protection in their turn from retire. They can't attack it with Leonard. It's a really nice card. And the first one is what I wanted the deck to have. It's manipulation of the bind zone. Not so much in the fact that you're putting a card in, taking a card out as you wish, but more you're manipulating the grade, so you can then choose Black Wings, White Wings based on it. So really nice. Obviously, tucking in Soul as well helps for some Soul last cost. But outside of that, I really do like... And honestly, it's a really nice card. I want them to do more with it. Key thing to note, though, it is an 8k grade 2, but that will be needed further on down the list. Next card is Flying Away Sheluel. Its skill is Black Wings, Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit attacks, Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1. Use one of your opponent's rearguards. That unit cannot stand during their next stand phase. So, I'm not too fond of this card, because back row themselves aren't as prominent at the moment, is due to Leonard. And then you've got this, if you look on a front row, they can still intercept. It's not amazing. I don't see it being played, honestly. Then the next card is Believable Talent Bibwell. Its skill on Act Rearguard Circle. Cost Or +1 and retire this unit. Draw a card, choose up to 1 trigger in your bind zone, and it gets grade +1 to end of turn. And then its second skill is White Wings, Continuous Rearguard Circle and Guardian Circle. This unit gets power +5000 and shield +5000. So it's an 8k grade 3, sorry. So 8k is going to be a very key reference in a minute. Getting shield power on top for being in White Wings is really nice, so it gives you a bit of extra guard power in the deck. And it's got the ability to manipulate bind zone again with grades, but it is restricted to triggers. It costs soul over counterblast, so you're utilising a different cost this time now, which is really nice. Then the card that I've been talking about that references all these 8Ks, Clear Skies Heart Mael. Skill is White Wings. Auto, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, you can counterblast 1 and soul blast 1. Use a card with power 8000 from your drop zone and put it into your hand. So obviously it grabs back your manipulators. They did make this card 7k just so you can't grab itself. But it's a really nice card, adds a lot of potential to the deck. The toolbox is starting to come together as such. And it's looking to be a very solid deck. I can't wait to test Celestial out. Should be I'm going to try and see if I can get a stream next week to cover testing with these decks. But I will be building up a Celestial very much for this. And the last of the Celestial support is Staring at Love, Hilael. Its skill, Black Wings. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your opponent's back row rear guards and rest it. So, same sort of situation as the Stunner from earlier. Rear guards in the back row really aren't that prominent in the format, so again, this really isn't going to see that much. Then, after the Celestials, we'll move on to the last ride line that obviously currently out that's got support, which is Kyrie. First one is the first of the double rares. Dignified Talent Ellis. Skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit is boosted, if your Vanguard is Kyrie, cost Counterblast 1, choose card from your hand and call it to an open Rearguard Circle. This is really nice because it creates a 4th attack on your non-Persona ride turns and your first actual grade 3 turn as a whole. Because obviously you've got Kyrie that can Soul Blast, bounce units to create an empty Rearguard Circle. It's a really nice card. I can't wait to test it out in Kyrie. And then the second card is Sakura Seasoned Rudy. Her skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When your rearguard is returned to your hand, this unit gets power plus 5000 to end the turn. Key thing to note is not once per turn, and it's when you're rearguard. So obviously, if you bounce 3 rearguards, even from the same skill, it'll give you 3 different instances. You'll gain 15k power. So really nice card, but I think space is going to be kind of tight in the grade 2 section. So whether it gets seen or not is a different story. Then we're going to start to move on to the generic stuff. First one up is the 5 perfect guards. They've all got the same skill, but if you've got 1 or less cards in hand, you don't have to discard. Same as the 5 main ride lines. I am going to pop up the picture they showed of all 5 of them. And obviously, they're all going to be the same skill. 5 different arts, 5 different names. So it's really good for Highlander. Because now Highlander can have 4 of these different types of PGs and be absolutely fine. Next card up is the Overtrigger. These were both obviously shown on the Tuesday live stream, by the way. The Overtrigger and the PG, that is. And obviously, again, 5 different arts, just like the PGs. All same skill, but the skill is... When you drive check this card, during this fight, you as a person get the skill. During your turn, all your rearguards get power plus 10,000. So obviously, bouncing and recalling, the new called units will get the 10,000. Changing your Vanguard will keep the 10,000. Really nice card. In Overdress, it's going to obviously add a big power boost. Premium, you've got so much potential with the likes of Twat, Restanding, Speaker, Bouncing and Calling, Kruk. The Potpourri Infinite Loop gets continuous plus 10k. It's going to be fun to play test with and actually see where it goes. Then we're going to get onto the generic card of the day stuff. First one up is a basic order, cleaning up together. This has got skill of Counterblast 1, draw a card, choose one of your units, it gets power plus 5000. So it is very similar to the Keta start deck order of draw 2, give power for Counter Blast 2. And that got dropped instantly because you had all of them. This one, I'm really not sure it's going to even take off because you're paying half the cost and getting half the rewards out of it. But you've got to have some generic cards that people just don't like. But so this unfortunately is going to be one of them. Next card up is Selfie Practice Annalise. This skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. And the battle this unit was boosted. You can cost, put this to soul. Choose one of your other units. It gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. So this is really nice. It tucks into soul to create soul generation. These open rear guards to abuse with Ellis in the Kyrie deck. It can be lots of fun. I have to wait and see how it goes. Because the key thing is, it's another grade 3 in a very high grade 3 focus deck already. You don't want to turn out like Bastion. Next card is Sophisticated Teresia. Its skill is Auto Rearguard Circle. When she attacks, if you played an Ord this turn, Gold plus 1, get power plus 5,000. Nice simple card. Mainly going to be seen use from Lauren Errol. Obviously, you're playing an Ord every turn anyway. But again, it's Soul Blast 1, 5k. It's not amazing. So I don't think it's going to see play. Then moving away from the grade 3s, we have got Reliable Top Student Arisu. Its skill, Continuous Guard Circle. If you have 3 or more open rear guard circles, it gets power. It gets shield power plus 10,000. So really nice little bit of guarding, but for it to be 3 open rear guards, it's going to be a heavy retire meta, which we're currently not in. So chances are it could see play down the line if we get a heavy retired deck that becomes dominant in the meta. But for now, it's not worth considering. The next card is Energetic Explosion Justine. Skill is auto during your turn. When this card is discarded from your hand, Gold plus 1, cause to open rearguard circle. Now at the moment, the only really discard we've got during our turn is the Ride deck. And your Soul Blasting one's call open rearguard when the main current, when discarded card in the format is Toka Chirachi, which is automatically tucked into Soul, create Soul for the deck, and doesn't cost anything. So it's a weaker version of that personally, and it's just not going to warrant seeing play. Then next card is Blue Haired Genius Lysius. Its skill is auto when it's placed on rearguard circle. Choose one of your other units, and it gets power plus 10,000 per turn. So this was one of the early ones they revealed. It's the same sort of power as the stuff from the Aces' trial deck, but it's not amazing. It's honestly very unlikely to see play when we get all the cards revealed. Then the final card on the list, which is honestly one of my fan favourites, Magnificent Tone Ludia. Its skill auto when it's placed on rearguard circle. You can Counter Blast 1, reveal 2 normal units from your hand, put into your bottom of your deck. You then search for a card the same name as your Vanguard, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. This is our Persona Ride Searcher, but it's a very heavy cost one. You're going to need a lot of draw power to obviously get back out of the neg one that the actual skill costs. So Alestial, who doesn't plus as much, really won't use this. You've got the likes of Kyrie that obviously bounces cards back to hand, so obviously you've then got more hand cards so you can discard. Or the likes of Lauren Errol, which has mass amounts of draw power already. Can also fund it, but obviously you're looking at the fact of you could be drawing into mass orders and this would be a dead card. I'm going to hold out and hope that we get something a little bit better for Persona Ride Searching, but this is more likely going to be it. But that's it for all the card reveals. I am going to obviously be talking about Felty Rosa come Tuesday, because they've announced obviously that's the stream reveal. I'll be back again on next Friday covering all the card of the days. If you have enjoyed the video, please do drop a like and subscribe. It very much does help the channel. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the card of the day stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.